Hello and welcome to the Crush It in Sales podcast. I am your host, Melinda Van Fleet, and I am so excited that you are here with me today. Thank you so much. I know there's a shit ton of podcasts out there, so I appreciate every one of you that tunes in and listens and shows up. I love it. And when I see the map of the world on Libsyn and I see all the countries, it just makes me really, really excited. So I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper into 360 confidence alignment. So today, when I'm recording this, it is the 15th, and on the 22nd of August, so August 2022, I will be launching the first of my master classes, and I have a huge list. I had an idea that came to me yesterday, which is like a bananas story, so crazy, but we'll save that for later. But the first I'm going to be talking about is confidence and confidence alignment, which is super important. And I really don't believe that people really understand alignment. So we're going to be diving into what does that mean for everyone that is in the masterclass. And 360 just means 360 degrees. And this is what I have come to realize. I have had a huge hit on the head, my intuition, my higher self, all the things going, hello. These are things you thought of way back when you first started your coaching, speaking, and writing business. Please go back to home. And home is your higher self. Like home is you. Please go back to home. So originally, when I first started, I said I was a confidence and mindset coach. And you know what? That's what I am. That is really what I am. Sales is a piece of it. So I don't mind saying I'm a sales coach. I obviously don't mind helping people with sales. I built a multi-million-dollar sales business by myself. I'm the wizard behind the Oz with wizard behind the curtain. So the Wizard of Oz with Good Karma Sport Fishing. My husband, and that's something I'm going to talk about more in this podcast as we get a little deeper. But my husband is actually the person that called that out years ago when I was writing my books. And there's just such a place of really owning who you are and cutting out the noise and the bullshit that's out there. And, there's just so much in that. So that is what we're going to be diving into deep into this 2-day masterclass, 360 confidence alignment. And then quickly following that 2-day masterclass is going to be 2 more, one on confidence alignment boundaries and one on confidence alignment hold, HOLD. So you can purchase the 2-day, if you just want the 2-day, or you can purchase it as a bundle where you get one of the 2 days included, and there will be lifetime access and all the good stuff. So if you are familiar with jumping into master classes, that's how I have learned so much. How I'm doing this one is the first day, it's a workshop, meaning like me talking with my content and my tools and stories and tips. And then the second day is Q&A, where people can ask questions, more of like a group coaching atmosphere is the best way I can say it. So as long as it's in alignment with the workshop, then cool, ask away. Share what you're struggling with, and let's see if we can, come to a solution that feels good for you. That's what's important to me, is what feels good for you. So again, cutting out the noise and the crap that's out there. So what I wanted to share today was, as I alluded to a few seconds ago, something from my book, Confidence Mastery for Couples, Roadmap to a More Intimate Relationship. But before I share that story, and this is what is coming to bubble with 360 degrees, is I wrote this book. It was with the editor. And during that process, so again, it was wrapped up with the editor, I had decided with my left brain to hire a marketing coach. So this was the beginning of 2021. I was always in a constant state of swirl about marketing, listening to too many people, comparing, judging, self-judging, getting triggered, all the things. And if you've been following this podcast, you can probably guess that, because it originally started as Crush It in Sales, and then it went to confident conversations, and then it went to creating confident content. So anyhow, but the core has always been the same, confidence and mindset, which is what is so funny. But anywho, so I was like, gosh, I must need a marketing coach. I must need a marketing coach. I must, kind of in that should bucket when people tell you should do something. It's the same type of vibe. Like I must need a marketing coach. So I had been talking to someone and I didn't feel intuitively that she was going to be a good fit, but I ignored that and decided to hire her. Well, from the get-go, I was like, oh, this was not a good decision. And I could talk forever about that, and I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to mention her. That's not fair, because I'm sure for some people, she's an amazing coach. But for me, she was not. And what ended up happening quite early on in the process is I did an introduction in a group Zoom that she had. And I mentioned when I was introducing myself that I also was the co-owner of a very successful, we've crossed over $1 million in business, people, charter fishing business in the Keys. We have courses, we have a paid group program. My husband's podcast is extremely successful, and that was my idea for him to do the podcast. He's a blogger, we have affiliates, all the things, right? And so I had really worked hard to take credit for that instead of just calling it his business. So that was like a huge thing that I had to work on. And what ended up happening after the call, she specifically told me one-on-one that I was not to mention the sport fishing business because that was confusing for people. And you know what? I took her advice and I dumbed myself down. For months, I dumbed myself down, played small. My husband would not be a sport fishing charter captain if it weren't for me. Point blank truth. Truth. It's just the truth. He would admit it. If you asked him if he was sitting right here and ask him, he would go, oh yeah, I'd probably be dead. So why would I listen to someone else who doesn't even know me say I shouldn't be mentioning our sport fishing business? Heck, I was even the mate for months until we had enough money to automate the boat. And if you know me, like, fishing is not my thing. And so I put my racehorse blinders on and ran doubles with my husband the summer of 2012 to get enough money to get an automatic anchor, more rod holders so he could maneuver on the boat by himself, and an autopilot. Thousands of dollars we saved within like 3 months to do those things. My idea to be the mate, my idea to automate the boat. There's so many things. The Buddha is mine, everything, pretty much everything. And it took me a very long time to take ownership of that, to feel empowered that I could. And my husband is amazing, and he never, ever, ever, ever once has ever done the opposite and made me feel like I was less than. He says we. He was saying we before I was saying we. So it was on me that I wasn't taking ownership. And this marketing coach brought me down. And that's just one thing she did, but it's pretty compelling when you think about it, right? Why would I listen to somebody else? Why would I listen to an outside voice that knows absolutely nothing? And then guess what? I had signed a 6-month contract with her. And at the very end, she says to me, oh, now I get you. And yeah, you're right. You did help him build his business and create it from scratch. Yeah, I did. But it was too late. There was months of like marketing and just a waste of money in general for the whole experience. But I learned a lot, right? I learned a lot. That I was going to take ownership and empowerment, and that I helped build this. I was the one that bailed out the first boat while it was a torrential downpour, and my husband is in captain's class in Marathon, which is over an hour south of where we live, and there's people on the patio at our condo building laughing at me as I'm bailing out the boat because we needed the boat, the old boat, to turn it in for a deposit. for the new boat. So I couldn't let it sink. We needed it. We needed it. I was the one that told my husband, you are going to captain's class. You are not meant to be a mate, and I'm signing you up now. And we scrimped every little penny we could get so he could go. And he just stared at me with these big eyes like, what? Yes, you're going to captain's class. And he went. So there's so many things that go into building your confidence. And that's what I've been talking about too, is like, it's never a perfect journey. It's never done. You're always evolving. Heck, I just evolved back to saying I'm a confidence and mindset coach. Yeah, I am. That is what I am. And I own that. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this masterclass. So I am going to read a little bit from Confidence Mastery for Couples. And if you don't know that I am a best-selling author, I have 2 solo books on Amazon, paperback, ebook, and an Audible with my voice that I recorded in a studio in Miami. So I'm very, very proud of my Audibles. And I hope you check them out. And I do have some blogs out there on Medium and also on my website where I have taken bits and pieces from my books. This book, Confidence Mastery for Couples, and also Life and Love Lessons, and broken out in different chapters. So if you wish to just read some more for free, hey, have at it. It's fine. If you know anything about the book industry, unless you're like a really big author, no one's making a shit ton of money on books. It's really like marketing and just a way to serve in the world. I do like making money too, of course, as everyone should. But yeah, that is it. So knock yourself out. And you know what, while we're on this money note, since I mentioned money, I'm going to use my intuition and talk really quick about the affiliate link that is going to be in the show notes for Money Mentality Makeover from Amanda Francis. And if you do not know who Amanda Francis is, you need to check her out because she is the original online money queen. And her course is phenomenal. I bought it in 2019 in the spring and have had several shifts in my money mindset over the years. It is the only course that I have taken from start to finish several times. And I honestly, like, if I had the time, I'd just take it again right now. Like, I just love listening to her. Her videos are from way back when up to current date. So she's kept the integrity of her program and her journey, which I think is amazing. And she helped me shift my mindset around money when I was doing side hustles, when I was in sales. She really helped me through her videos. She just really openly shares and has a lot of great nuggets and also codes and stories. And I just really, really, really highly recommend her money program. It's an online program and there is a payment plan. So definitely check that out too. But right now I think it's waitlist still. So just sign up for the waitlist. And you won't regret it. It's lifetime access. She adds to it. And just being part of her world can really help you if you have some money mindset issues. And let me tell you, I hear it all day long. I'll have a conversation with someone. I'm like, money mindset issues, money mindset, money mindset, money mindset. So definitely check out Amanda's. I want to share more of some of my teachers that I think have been awesome. So even though I mentioned a marketing coach that was not awesome, I'm telling you, follow Amanda Francis. She is awesome. So again, I will put the affiliate link in the show notes and I hope you check it out. That would be awesome. And if you do the program, give me a shout out so I know. All right, so here we go. So this is just a little section from my book, again, Confidence Mastery for Couples. And this is from page 95. In addition to having positive, forward-thinking affirmations, which allow the law of attraction to manifest, Good Karma Sport Fishing is a 6-figure business and growing. So now we've definitely crossed $1 million. I was thinking of Good Karma Sport Fishing regarding Ryan, but for some reason not including myself. I was thinking his business, his success. Without being a martyr, with all my heart and soul, I celebrate his success. But I was forgetting that I had been the Wizard of Oz, the person behind the curtain, and we have been a team. My loop went on further as other coaches and programs were triggering me to feel smaller and like a follower. We successfully created a business even more tangible than others who are online only. We deal with weather, extreme competition, mechanical issues, and client expectations to achieve something that is not always in our control, catching fish. Oh, And don't forget a devastating hurricane in 2017 named Irma. No one in the coaching online space has this experience. My lack of online presence all these years resulted in me feeling small. Social media has its place, good and bad. I didn't put myself online until 2019, which was very behind the majority of the world and people in the coaching space. That was my choice. I don't live in regret and I can't change my late start. The time machine hasn't been built yet, but it was the result which ended up compounding into the perception of myself. Again, I need to confidently state I am one of them. Ryan has been above and beyond amazing. Many times he has said to me, "You are my business partner." He gives me credit all the time in his podcast, posts, his Facebook groups, with his clients, and in his newsletter. However, he could feel I wasn't owning it. He has called me out before. But as I said in the beginning, the work starts with yourself, and I needed to own it. This was my issue to own and change. When I came back from my walk the morning of the revelation and told Ryan, I could sense he was relieved. I forgot to put this section in my book, and when he read it, he reminded me to add it in. You need to add in a section about not owning your part in Good Karma sport fishing, Ryan suggested. Yep, I do. Ryan is an incredible partner, and I'm confidently owning our success. We all have things to own in our life. My story is meant to inspire you to take a look and see what you can own. You've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself. Glinda, the Good Witch of the Wizard of Oz. Wow. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening. All information will be in the show notes. The links, if they're not in the show notes for my masterclasses, please either email me or go on Facebook or Instagram. I'm trying to keep them all updated, different places. I have a mastermind that's also going to be starting. I have lots of good stuff in the works. So follow me. Connect. I actually like connect better than follow. So habit, right, from listening to other people. So connect. And also Beyond Basics private Facebook group, which is free, is back up. So I will definitely put that in the show notes as well as my link for Medium.